Hi and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Carly. I'm a mom to a 21-month-old son named Leo, and I'm currently 37 weeks pregnant with our second little boy. And today's video is all about what I am bringing in my hospital bag. I will start this video off by saying that I'm more of an underpacker than an overpacker, so this is definitely more on the minimal side. We also can almost literally see our hospital from our house, so we are really close. If I did happen to forget something, my husband can always dash home, pick it up, and bring it back. I'm also not a first-time mom, so some of the things I chose to bring or not to bring were based on my experiences with giving birth to my first child. Yeah, so I've just tended to err more on the minimal side. So if that's not you, that's fine. There's plenty of other great videos out there that might be able to supplement or give you additional ideas to what I'm bringing, but this is just about what I'm bringing. So this is not our final hospital bag, but this is what I've kind of tossed everything into for right now. This is a tote from Wild Bird. They are a ring sling company, and I am a huge fan of theirs. They actually use their leftover fabric to make tote bags and other things like that. So I have one of their totes just kind of holding our stuff for now. I think we're actually going to pack in my husband's work bag because it's got a lot of pockets, but he obviously is still working, so he's taking it to work every day. But I wanted to make sure everything was kind of gathered together and on hand because I am full term. I don't expect to go into labor anytime soon. My first son came at 41 weeks, so I think I'll probably have a little bit more time, but it's just nice to know that everything's gathered together in case we do need to grab and go. So we'll start with some of the things that I am bringing for me, and the first thing that I am bringing is labor snacks. So I bought 2 protein bar things on Amazon, and I was able to eat while I was in labor until I received my epidural. So that was like a long amount of time that I actually got to eat during labor. I know different hospitals have different procedures, and actually I'm delivering in a different hospital this time, so I don't know if they'll let me eat during labor. If not, they'll be awesome for postpartum because you are starving after you give birth. So we just got a bunch of protein bars because that's what I ate when I was in labor with Leo and after I had him, and it was just fantastic. Also, in that same vein, I'm bringing my 32-ounce Nalgene water bottle. You need to drink a lot of water while you're in labor, and clear liquids are allowed all the way up through labor, so I want to make sure that I'm staying nice and hydrated, especially if I do reach a point where they don't let me eat, to help keep my energy up and stay strong all the way through my delivery. Next are a couple of the clothing items that I am bringing. So when I went to the hospital for my labor with Leo, I wore a maternity dress with a nursing-friendly wrap neckline. I might actually wear the same dress this time. And then I wore it home from the hospital as well because you still have a bump after you deliver. So it's nice to wear something looser fitting like a maternity outfit. And then when I got to the hospital, I changed into the gown, and I wore the gown all the way through my delivery. But then after I delivered and I was like kind of ready to change out of that and feel like myself again, I put on this nursing bra from Target. You can see that it has this wrap front, and I'm obsessed with these. I actually wear these constantly to this day. I weaned Leo in December and I'm still wearing nursing bras all the time. These are my most favorite. They are so comfortable. I will link these and anything else in the description box below, by the way. And so I changed right into this, and all you have to do is pull it aside to nurse your baby. They're so comfortable. It's just like stretchy fabric. There's no padding, there's no nothing, so it just feels really comfortable and nice after you deliver. And along with my nursing bra, I wore this nightgown from Target. I love this thing. The buttons all the way down are extremely functional because after you deliver your baby, you have to have your uterus checked. They'll come and check your stomach. I had a C-section, and so they wanted to continue checking my incision as well. The buttons are great for nursing. You can just unbutton and pull out your boob to feed your baby, and it was just so comfortable and loose. I don't know if Target still sells this, but if they do, I will link it in the description box below, and if not, I'll link something similar. Target has really great button front soft PJ sets, but I liked this because I didn't have a waistband. Having just had a C-section, it was just nice to not have anything touching my belly. The other nursing bra I love from Target, and I probably won't actually pack this in my bag because I'll probably be wearing it when I get to the hospital, is this bra from Auden. This is to me, the holy grail of nursing bras. Again, I'm literally wearing one right now. I have worn these since I was pregnant with Leo, all the way through my pregnancy, all through my breastfeeding, even since I weaned in December. I love these bras. These are fantastic. They are worth everything. I have multiple of them now, and I don't really wear any other bras. I probably wear one of those to and from the hospital because I don't think I'm going to want to wear it while I'm in the hospital, but it is nice to have another nursing bra option. And this time around, I'm also going to bring this comfy pair of joggers. I thrifted these these, but they are also from Target. And just in case I want a little bit of something different, I actually wore these until I was about 20 weeks pregnant. So I know that if I end up having another C-section, that they're nice and high-waisted, will go above that incision line. And it just gives me another option if I want to wear something in the hospital besides my nightgown or the hospital gown or like the nicer dress that I wear in. I have a little toiletry bag that's kind of packed and ready to go. Inside here we have chapstick, which is a huge essential for me. We have a couple of these like spiral hair ties, a claw clip, an extra scrunchie, toothpaste, and a little bit of like eyebrow gel just in case I want to put some makeup on. I'm not much of a makeup wearer. I'm not the kind of person who like feels better with makeup on, but I did bring a little bit. So this I kind of have packed and ready to go. It doesn't have my toothbrush in it, but obviously I'll be bringing that. This time around I'm going to bring my shampoo, conditioner, and my hair products because that first postpartum shower feels amazing, and I am the kind of person who has a little bit more of a high maintenance hair routine, and I will feel better, I think, if I have my hair done. So I'll probably be bringing that stuff as well, and then we'll just throw those in the bag as we're like on the way out the door since that's stuff that I use all the time. Other things that I'm bringing that are helpful are these two worksheets. First is my hospital actually gives us a birth plan worksheet, which I found really helpful. What's so great about this to me is that it's standardized, and so it makes it easy for my doctors and nurses to be able to just like read through it and see what my desires are and what I want. So I'm a huge fan of this method. They just essentially have you check boxes about like your birth environment, your labor stuff, like all the things that you want. That way everybody's kind of on the same page. I know a lot of women talk about birth plans and how to make one and all of that stuff. I actually do have a separate birth plan that I've shared with my husband, but it is like really, really long. I'll actually link it in the description box below because I used it from a template from the Bump. The reason I wanted to create that super long one is because I wanted to have my husband kind of be on the same page as far as like the things I wanted and didn't want. So if I was not able to speak up for myself, he was there able to speak up for me. So this one is more to share with my medical staff and my care team, and then the one that I created that's like a million pages long is just kind of for me and my husband to get on the same page with. The other worksheet I'm bringing is this parent information worksheet, and this is essentially the paper that we use to apply for his birth certificate and social security card. And if you've had a child before, then you know what it's like sitting in the hospital like trying to remember your social security number or whatever because you have to fill out this form to get your kid a birth certificate. So it's so nice that they are able to actually give that to us in advance. But it'll be really handy to be able to just give that to the nurses and doctors in the hospital and not have to scratch my head wondering all of the answers to all of the questions. Some moms actually recommend bringing a folder because they send you home with a bunch of paper, and I think that that's a really good idea. I just don't have a folder with me, but if I can get my hands on one in the next couple of weeks, I'll probably throw one into my bag as well because I'll be bringing those worksheets, but I know I'll also be taking home a bunch of worksheets. And last but not least is the stuff that I am bringing for the baby. So first is his coming home outfit. I found him this little mustard yellow snap front romper. I absolutely love this thing. I found it on sale at Walmart, so I'm really excited about it. So this is a 0 to 3 month size, and my son Leo was actually 9 pounds 3 ounces. So the 0 to 3 month coming home outfit option that we brought for him fit him great. However, if this baby is smaller, we are also bringing a newborn onesie just in case this fits him better. I'll also be bringing this little newborn hat that I knitted to put on him for his newborn pictures or to take him home in. And I will also be bringing our Lady of Guadalupe swaddle blanket. We love this thing. Leo's first pictures were taken with him swaddled in this blanket, so it's really special to us. I hope to swaddle him for his first pictures in it, and I will definitely be bringing this. The hospital provides swaddles, but it's nice to be able to like bring your own, especially if you want something that's special and memorable for a picture like we do. And then one last thing that we are bringing that I am really hoping will just change the game for us is we are actually bringing our sound machine this time. I swear we had the worst hospital stay as far as sleep goes with Leo. There are nurses and doctors always coming into your room to check on you or to check on the baby, and I feel like Leo never slept. As first-time parents, we had no idea about how to get a baby to sleep either, and now we have learned a lot and we are a lot smarter, and so I'm hopeful that bringing his sound machine, this one also has a little, you can see it has a little night light on the front, which I absolutely love. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to keep the lights dimmed, turn this light on to nurse, turn the light on if somebody needs something from us, and be able to keep it dark and filled with white noise for him to get some sleep overnight, and hopefully for all of us to get some sleep overnight. So that was like the biggest thing that I wanted to do differently was bringing our sound machine, so I'm really excited to have this in the hospital bag. This is the exact same sound machine that we have for Leo, and I've been obsessed with it since we got it. It's really affordable, has a couple of different sound options, and I think my favorite thing is the light option. It's not as fancy as like the Hatch Baby sound machine that I know a lot of parents love, but we don't really need fancy, we just love this thing. So a couple of things that I wanted to briefly mention that I will not be bringing to the hospital that I know some parents do. First was my boppy pillow. I'm not necessarily against nursing pillows, but like I didn't love our boppy. I thought it was fine. It was helpful in the first couple of weeks, but I feel like I could have just like used a throw pillow from my couch. I know some moms are like, I have to bring my boppy to the hospital. I'm just not that kind of mom, and so my boppy will be staying home, but I probably will use it in those newborn days. The other thing that I had heard from some of these hospital bag videos when I was pregnant with Leo was that you need to bring like a really long charger cord, like a 10-foot long charger cord, because you never know where the plugs in the hospital are. I think that's like helpful advice, but also I'm not going to necessarily special order a 10-foot charger cord for my phone just because the hospital may not have plugs right by my bed. If that's the case, I will figure it out when I get there. So we don't have any 10-foot charger cords. I'm not ordering any special for this hospital visit, and so that's also not on my list. I'm also pretty minimal as far as breastfeeding accessories go. Last time I brought this nipple butter that somebody had given me and I liked it, but actually in those early nursing days, I really liked the thick, sticky, like lanolin stuff that they give you in the hospital. So hopefully they'll give that to me in the hospital again, because when I was getting the hang of breastfeeding, I felt like my nipples were really sore. Then when they were beginning to crack, it helped to keep them moisturized. I preferred the lanolin for the earliest days of breastfeeding, so I'll just get that from the hospital. You also don't need a lot of breastfeeding stuff, even if you are planning to nurse. Like I have a Haka, but I won't be bringing it. I have nursing pads, but I won't be bringing them because my milk won't come in until after I've gone home. You will also notice that I didn't mention bringing anything for my husband. This is because he can pack for himself. I'm not going to worry too much about what it is that he wants to bring. Like I said, we live like a 3-minute drive from the hospital, so if he forgets something, he can always come home and get it. The other thing I wanted to mention was postpartum stuff and baby care stuff. As a first-time mom, I had no idea if I needed to bring my own stuff, so I definitely went a little overkill in this category. For postpartum for you, the hospital will provide mesh underwear and pads. Now, I know some women don't prefer the mesh underwear, but I loved them, so I'm definitely going to be using those again. And the pads from the hospital. I did buy like a pack of pads to have at home for when those run out, but I will use the mesh underwear and the hospital pads as long as I can. The hospital will also provide a peri bottle for you, which even as a C-section mom, I found to be really useful to help kind of keep everything clear when I needed to go to the bathroom. And they will provide, like I mentioned, the lanolin. They'll provide other like breastfeeding and like self-care kind of products like that for you for postpartum. They will also provide diapers and wipes for your baby. They'll even send you home with a bunch of stuff. Our hospital sent us home with pacifiers, so your hospital will totally hook you up, and I highly recommend you take advantage of all of the things the hospital is going to give you because it's a lot, and it means that you'll have to buy less for postpartum if you take from the hospital. Yeah, so that is my what I'm bringing in my hospital bag video. This is a pretty short video because it's a pretty minimal list. I might be underpacking, but at least I don't feel like I'm overpacking. I think that this gets really overhyped, and I know I'm contributing to the hype by creating a hospital bag video, but I really think that this whole concept of the hospital bag gets really overhyped. Hopefully this video gave you a couple of ideas of what to bring and maybe what you don't need to necessarily bring. I would really appreciate if you would like and subscribe to my channel. I still have a couple more pregnancy related video ideas. I'm gonna film as I have time, and if this baby comes, he comes, and I won't film them, and that's fine too. But if you're interested in my pregnancy content, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well so more moms can find this video and hopefully stress less about their hospital bag. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.